Guys, I'm back with a review. I went to see Mother today, 2017 release by Darren Aronofsky, the guy that brought us Black Swan and some other what I call art house type movies. Um, he's an interesting individual. Apparently, his girlfriend, I believe his current girlfriend, is Jennifer Lawrence, who plays Mother in the film. The film also stars Ed Harris and Javier Bardem playing the husband of Jennifer Lawrence. Uh, and Michelle Pfeiffer is in this. She plays Ed Harris's wife. So, from a setup standpoint, before I tell you what I think of the movie, let me just briefly tell you the storyline. Um, Essentially, you've got Javier, who is a writer, and he's got a writer block. He's having trouble, songwriter. He's having trouble really with his art. He's living with Jennifer Lawrence in this house out in the country, um, struggling to kind of get through his writer's block. And Jennifer Lawrence is having a series of bizarre visions and physical abnormalities that are affecting her daily. And then her relationship with him is a little bit off. Um, and then we get kind of a almost like Christmas Vacation, but a more horrific version of Christmas Vacation with Ed Harris drops in. And when Ed Harris drops in, the nightmare begins. Everybody in this film is a little quirky, a little off. There's a, it's one of these films I think that you need to go see it. I really don't want to spend a whole lot of time talking about it, uh, other than to say you really need to go see it. It's a very divisive film. It's a film that's going to get a reaction from you, no matter where you fall in terms of how you feel about this film afterwards. And I guess that was the director's obvious intent. Um, the film for me was a mixed bag. I actually found it kind of pretentious. The first hour, I don't know, 15 minutes was a very taut psychological horror film, a very smartly portrayed horror film, and I thought it was done very well. Great camera work, very visual in the style, but very metaphorical in some of the elements of the film. And I thought it was a very intelligently done build-up of psychological tension, um, particularly with these very quirky cast of characters, and you're just never sure where this is going. You can't get your intellectual footing in this film. It's very difficult. And then the last 30, 40 minutes is just a mind-blowing different film almost. For me, it's a different film. It felt very off-putting. Um, and I don't know that it meshed well for me uh, from a transition standpoint. That's all I really want to say about it, because I think it's just a film that I highly recommend you see. And I just don't know how I'm not convinced how I feel about it. The only thing, again, I would encourage you to go see it for yourself, and make that judgment call. But it's certainly a film that's going to get a reaction from you. You will not leave this film without some kind of a visceral reaction, positively or negatively. I thought the acting was great. I thought the guy Javier that played the lead character, the husband of Jennifer Lawrence, was excellent in it. Uh, I had some issues with the film in terms of his motivations, but I thought Jennifer Lawrence did the best that she could. That was a very challenge. The mother role was an exceptionally challenging role, and I think when you see the film, you'll understand what I'm talking about. And I thought she did a good job. I'm not sure she was. Obviously, if she's the director's girlfriend, we know kind of how we got here. But I think in terms of casting, that may not have been the best call. in terms of the movie itself and that character, but I thought she did okay. I mean, I'm not suggesting she did a bad job, but I thought she did okay. Not great. Uh, it was the most challenging. It was kind of the only analogy I guess I could give you in terms of her portrayal and the challenges that were associated with her portrayal would be Rosemary's Baby, and that I think um, that's the most a very challenging role. Oh, Linda Blair in Exorcist, I mean that kind of thing. So I don't think she did a bad job, but I think there was probably other actresses that might have been a better fit for what was required of that character. Ed Harris, I was glad to see Ed Harris back. Of course, Ed Harris was in a lot of films in the 70s and 80s. He was kind of George Romero's sidekick for a long time. He was in Knight Riders and things like that. He's a fantastic actor. And Michelle Pfeiffer, who I'm not a huge fan of, I thought was extremely did an extremely good job being extremely. She had a very well. All the characters are quirky in this, but she was particularly uh, unpleasant and quirky. So I really don't want to talk about any of the film any more than that. I just would highly suggest you go see it. Um, if you're a horror fan, it's kind of must viewing. And at this point, I can't really give you a rating other than you need to go see it. It's going to get a reaction from you, and that's really what we want as horror fans. Good, bad, or indifferent. So with that, I will leave you with my cautionary suggestion to go see Mother.